What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, Look, it's your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into it, like, share, and sub. All those are free, won't cost you a thing. Now, and you know by the thumbnail, we're talking about date night fragrances. Date night fragrances. I think I got a little bit of everything here from all different spectrums, all different walks of the park. So no further ado, let's get into it. I'll explain why I feel like these are decent date night fragrances as we go through there. All right, first one on the list from the house of Prada. It is Prada's Lunar Rosa Carbon. Why this one? Well, it's a very popular scent DNA, scent profile. It's in the Sauvage line, but it's much more mature, not as loud, not as obnoxious. It's just a little bit more smooth, a little bit more refined. Now, again, could you go with Sauvage EDP or Sauvage Parfum? Yes. Or even Elixir. Any of them would be great date night fragrances. Even the OG Sauvage, I think, would be a good date night fragrance. Fragrances like that, you just have to temper your sprays. You can't go guns blazing, go 7 or 8 sprays on them. You kind of have to tone it down a little bit, but still, good date night fragrance. And this one, I like it. I like it. You have that same blue and Ambroxan, ISOE Supery DNA blue, but to me this one is just a little bit more grown and a little bit more fresh with the Ambroxan and the blue in it. I like it. I really do. I really do. And this is one of those fragrances I have in my collection, and I'm just like, I really need to wear this more. But from the house of Prada, it is Prada's Lunar Rosa Carbon. This one I like. This next one on this list, you've heard me say many, many times, don't bore her, Dior her. And it is from the house of Dior, and it is Dior Homme. And this is the 2020 batch. And this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance as well. Iris without the lipstick, but it's good. It's good. 1, 2, maybe 3 sprays of this, and you're in there. I think this one I would go a little bit more dressy, if you know, but it depends on where you're going. I'm 48, so a date for me could be going out to the comedy club. It could be going to a concert to check out a show. It could be dinner and a movie. So if I was going somewhere like, you know, to go see a concert, let's say I was gonna go see one of my favorite artists, Raheem Devon, and I had a little chick with me, and you know, we was gonna bypass the Sizzler and go, you know, somewhere really, really nice. I think this is one that I would reach for. Because, you know, when we ride and we arm rest to arm rest, and you know, she catching whiffs, you know, I just think it's nice. I just think it's a nice, masculine, but at the same time pleasant fragrance, and it's Dior. Whether it's cool or not, or whether it's right or not, when a female asks you what you're wearing and you say something like Dior, you don't have to really say nothing else. I mean, it's oh, you know, because they know, you know, people are attracted to certain brands and certain names. Just like a shoe, you could take a shoe and put the Under Armour logo on it, and hey, I love my Under Armour. They're some of the most comfortable shoes I have. If I'm doing a lot of walking, I'm not reaching for my Nikes, I'm reaching for my Under Armour. But you can take the Nike sign off of a shoe, put the Under Armour shoe on there, and people are like, And you can take an Under Armour shoe, put a Nike swoosh on it, and people are like, oh. But it's brand recognition, whether it's wrong or whether it's right. The brand of Dior, people recognize. They're just like, oh, that's Dior. That's Dior. But this, I think, is a nice, masculine, sophisticated, come close, cuddle me type of scent. And if you dress this bad boy right, spray this on, she won't leave you alone. Trust me, don't bore her, Dior her. This next one on the list It's one of my favorite houses. It's one of my favorite lines from a house. The house is Aaro. The line is Wanted. And I went with the OG. I went with the OG, and that is Wanted. I could have went with Most Wanted. I could have went with Azzaro's Wanted, the Parfum. I could have went with, what else do I have from that line? I said Most Wanted. Wanted by Night. That would have been a great one to wear on a date as well. But I went with the OG simply because we tend to overlook it. And me personally, I think this is still a really, really good fragrance. I think it's a really good fragrance. I'm trying to find an atomizer here. I like this. I really, really, really do. That smells good. That I understand, because I love this line. So as I again said, my Azzaro's here. I love Wanted by Night. I love the Most Wanted. I love Wanted Parfum. I even like Tonic. Tonic is a banger of a fragrance. If you have this in your collection and you don't have the others, so what? This is still a good fragrance. Each one of them has a different nuance to it. One a little bit smokier and richer and blah, 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 blah. That doesn't mean that this doesn't smell good. You have to realize this started it all. You know what I mean? And this is still a very, very sexy fragrance that women like. And if the objective of the game is to smell good, then here you go. Here you go. And again, this one, a lot of the reason I like this one is because you can dress it up or you can dress it down. It's versatile enough to go either way. I could throw on a nice sweater and a pair of jeans with this. I could put on a nice button down and a pair of slacks and be okay. Or I could put on some joggers or some sweats and a hoodie and be just fine. Or a long sleeve t-shirt, which, you know, when we're coming into the spring or the late fall, I like to go that route. And this fragrance is going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of those fragrances with that sweet, boozy seduction that it has. Leaves a great, great scent trail. This is one of those fragrances that when you walk through, you'll hear people sniffing and go, somebody smells good. And again, I don't have necessarily a favorite from the Wanted line, but that whole line to me is good. Much like the YSL line, I like them all. And Aaro Wanted, I would definitely wear on a date, especially if I was going on a low-key chill date. We going to the Sizzler and then watch a Kung Fu flick. Definitely going with that one. I just think it works. Can't say enough about the Wanted line, and I really like that one as well. This next one doesn't get a lot of love. I like this fragrance. I like this line. I plan on getting more fragrances from this house in due time. The house is Maison Margiela's replica, and this one is Whispers in the Library. And I've given out a few decants of this one. Now, why do I like this fragrance? It's different. I wouldn't wear this one on a first date. This one would probably be later on, maybe dating somebody. Right off the top, it's boozy. It's boozy, it's boozy, it's boozy. I think this one could even be classified, or maybe it is classified as unisex, but I like it. It's warm, it's inviting, it's rich, it's boozy. If you wear this, you're not gonna really smell like anybody else, because again, it's not one of those fragrances that gets a lot of talk and gets a lot of hype and a lot of pub and a lot of love. But I think it's a good fragrance. It just reminds me of a nice fall afternoon. You know what I mean? After I've watched the Irish beat up on somebody, and you know, gonna go maybe slide over to Olive Garden or somewhere and, you know, just get something, you know, something quick to eat and just enjoy some conversation. This is one of those fragrances. This is one of those fragrances. Or again, You know, we talked about going to a comedy show or just, just going out and doing stuff that guys our age do. This is one of those fragrances that's going to sit close enough to the skin, but it's going to give you enough oomph that she's going to smell it throughout the night, and it's going to stick with you throughout the night. So I like it. And you're going to stand out. I guarantee you her ex wasn't wearing this. And that's, what you want, because I can't stand for somebody to be talking to me about a fragrance and we, in a situation or we doing whatever, and oh, my ex used to wear the one in that bottle, and I don't know, honey, I don't know. But if your ex wore it, then it probably ain't worth a damn no way. I don't care nothing about what your ex wore. I am Trey Sense, and I have on replicas, Whispers in the Library. Next, because you are dismissed after that comment. Oh, yeah. Maybe slightly floral mixed in with that boozy. But again, just warm, inviting. It says, hi, let's cuddle. And, again, this is one of those big boy approved fragrances. I like this right here. From the house of Replica, it is Whispers in the Library. And again, that's one you don't hear a whole lot about. Now, I'm probably going to trip you out a little bit with this one. But the reason I think this one would be a great date night fragrance, and her ex probably did wear this one, or probably will wear this one. Again, I look to add the parfum concentration of this one from the house of Ralph Lauren. It is Ralph Club, and this is a parfum concentration. No, this is an EDP. They have a parfum concentration. Again, that's the one I'm looking to add as well. But this one, why this one? I'll tell you why. The scent profile on this is so easy and so basic that women love it. Women love it. I mean, it's one of those fragrances that is going to get you noticed and is going to get you compliments. And every time I wear this and I get a compliment, I just shake my head. I'm just like, oh, I'm just like, out of all the fragrances that I got, in my collection, out of all the Sensual Obsessions and Dapper and Alexandrias and all the stuff that I got, all the genres, and you know what I'm saying, like all the Nishanés and all the Perfume de Marleys and Creeds and Pradas and Diors. I wear a basic scent like this that can be worn with anything you have in your wardrobe. Suit and tie, tuxedo, joggers, pajamas, whatever. And it's going to smell nice and it's going to smell good. I'm not knocking that, or I'm not saying that it doesn't. But it's just so simple between that fresh woodiness that you get from it that just people love it. And they stand there and they sniff you. Oh, you smell good. That smells really good. What is that? And you're just like, it's Ralph Club. It's Ralph Club. It's Ralph Club. Is it expensive? No, not overly. It's decent. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Ralph Club. It works. It just works. I mean, listen to me now, believe me later on. It just works. She This next one, at one point, was probably the king of date night fragrances, and you had to have it in your collection. Some old school guys like Coach Rob and oh man, what's the guy's name? I can't think of his name. Black guy, wore glasses. I think he was on the East Coast. I know you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name, but Steven from Adolescence. Everybody's had this. Ashton from Gent Sense, myself, Sam Broom, Cheapo from the house of YSL. It is La Nuit de l'Homme. I wish I could think of that guy's name, man. And it's just, it's easy. YSL messed up when they reformulated this one. The older formulations of this fragrance was beautiful. It lasted forever. This smells good. I am not knocking the way that this fragrance smells. Oh my goodness. It's just sweet, alluring, inviting, and women love this scent profile. It just doesn't last the way that it used to. And boy, if it did. And What did I just get a whiff of? Is that Ralph Club in the air? I just got a whiff of myself, and it's beautiful. It may have been that Mesa Margella's Whispers in the Library. It may have been. No, I think it was that Wanted. The freshness in that Wanted is coming out now that it's settled down a little bit. Man, that smells good. But anyway, at one time, man, what's that guy's name? Dry Doc, something Doc. Yeah, I used to watch his videos a lot. But Lunar is one of those fragrances, man. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this. If I can find some skin, put some on skin. One time for the one time. Yeah. That's it. And it's a YSL fragrance. Again, to me, YSL is one of those houses that can go either way. You can dress it up, or you can play it safe and play it cool, and play it very, very casual. Play it cool like Marvelous and Cash Money. Playing it cool. I'm an old school hip hop head too, so. But just a very easy fragrance. I reach for my Trussardi Riflesso more than I do this one. Hold on. Man, but they have the same vibe, and I think there's cardamom in there. But they have the same vibe. I actually like Trussardi Riflesso a little bit better, if I'm being honest, but if you don't have Riflesso, you can easily wear your YSL's Languidulum and rock out, and it's gonna be a good night, because this is a beautiful fragrance and it smells good. I just wished it lasted longer. That may be the reason why I lean towards Trussardi Riflesso more. And again, this one, I don't know, maybe I've been invited to a spring wedding, or maybe her friends are having to get together, graduation, anything, just anything where you gotta, it's YSL, so you can go both ways with it. But to me, this fragrance is a little bit classy, and I personally would dress it up just a little bit. But if you walk by somebody smelling like this, trust me, they're going to notice you, whether they say something or not. They're going to notice you. This last one on my list, Tom Ford Noir Extreme, and it is what it is. I bought this not too long ago. I haven't even worn it yet. I sold the travel atomizer that came along with it. I haven't even worn this fragrance yet, but the first time I smelled this fragrance, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I was just like, okay, that smells good, but after wearing it a couple times, not this bottle, but just a different bottle. JP gave me a bottle with about that much in it, so it just works. $250, $225. And again, it's one of those fragrances, if someone smells you and they ask you what you're wearing and you tell them Tom Ford Noir Extreme, they're gonna go, oh. Very modern, very sweet, typical of most fragrances today, as in the fact that it comes across as very unisex. It's not the most masculine of fragrances, but it is a crowd pleaser. It is an attention grabbing fragrance, and women absolutely love it. If you wear this and you have it dressed right, meaning if you look like you took some time to put together your outfit, your shoes, your slacks, your jeans, your belt, your shirt, whether it's a hoodie, whether it's a polo, whether it's a sweater or V-neck t-shirt, if you just look the part with this fragrance, you're gonna smell like money and you're gonna feel like money. That's just the bottom line. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Ford fragrances. I do like this one, and I do like Fabulous and Lost Cherry, but at the same time, This one was one I was just like, you know what, I'm going to get that one. And I also have Costa Azora Parfum and Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour will probably get more wear for me than this. Beau de Jour would also be a great date night fragrance. Again, just depending on where you're going. If you're going to a wedding, rock this. If you're going to some place, every time I move this hand, that wanted is kicking up. Wanted. Do not sleep on it. Again, you're going to a concert, just somewhere where you want to leave an impression and make a memory. When you walk in the room with this on, yeah, they're going to know you were there, and they're going to be wondering, whatever he has on smells good. Now, I'm not saying that you can't accomplish and achieve that with anything, because you can. Tom Ford Noir Extreme will help you do that. But if I'm being 1,000% honest, I've done the same thing with Bodman body sprays. Walked in a room and had people just go crazy. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to get to the post office and back. This is a grab and go spray. And I've had 5 people tell me how good I smell. Go figure. That's why I'm recommending that you listen to me now, believe me later on with this Ralph Club. All right, guys, that's it. That is my 7 fragrances that I think would be great for a date night, especially if you're a guy in his 40s like I am. And again, any of these decants will be available. Again, the Tom Ford will not be cheap, neither will the replica. You have to understand, guys, those are not cheap fragrances, so 5 ml decants of those won't be cheap. It won't be horrible, but they won't be cheap. So anything else will be reasonable, you know. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get off of here because it's about 2 o'clock in the morning and it's time to wind down. But that's when I do my best cooking. So I will leave my email in the description below. So if you want decants of these, again, you are more than welcome. I should have some decants in real soon. Real soon, maybe by Friday, so I can get you some out. I think I used my last 2. But anyway, I love you all. And again, the star of the show for me was the Wanted. I'm just saying. It's nice. Thank you all so much for returning to the scene of the crime and for helping this channel be what it is. Because without you, I don't have a channel. So again, I'm going to get off of here, thumbnail it, edit it, and get it up so you guys can see it. Happy hump day, and we're almost done with the week. So I love you all. May God bless you all. Until next. Oh, any video ideas, anything you want me to try to do, or any fragrances you think I should get my nose on, leave it in the comments below, okay? All right. Oh, I have to do that next video. We do have a winner for the giveaway, but I forgot to get my information together. So next video, we'll talk about who got the right price on the fragrances, but next video. I love you all. May God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.